this nice warm day, right? I said at 8:30, summer's about 10 days away yet, but we're getting a preview. So we're glad that you're here to worship our God today. Some announcements before we begin. First, I want to say thank you to everyone who made possible our mobile food pantry, another successful day of giving out food, over 25,000 pounds of food, but that was given away to 353 families. Yes, Don?
Maybe thirdly, I think God is there so much with all the people because they told me how much they missed a lot of us that were at our retreat, how they missed us and stuff. And we also have a group from
the Urban Plunge. Oh, One World. One World was there. Yeah.
And it doesn't cost anything. This is all God's God that work with it. But it's amazing. We've got a Baptist minister up there saying a prayer to a lot of Christians and Catholics and everything. I mean, it's just amazing to me.
Yeah, you bet.
God is at work in food to me up there. It's like second or third thing. Because everything else is
You bet. A lot happening. God's at work. Thank you, Don, for the testimony. You bet. So, thank you. Thank you to everybody that makes that possible. If you have never done it or it's been a while, you ought to come and work it. It's a great experience. Okay, moving on. Day camp starts tomorrow. Actually, it starts tonight with a meeting for the leaders, but tomorrow the kids will be coming. We'll be having a great time. I want to remind you that on Wednesday evening there is a program that is open to the whole congregation as well as parents and everyone else, the neighborhood. The leaders from Camp Carol Joy Halling will be leading that program. It'll be a great time, a lot of fun. Bring your lawn chairs, join us, and see what it's all about. And then I'll remind you that Thursday we will be gathering to pray for healing for those who come and for everyone on the list in our bulletin. We pray for everyone, and we pray for healings. We encourage you to come and to be a part of that this Thursday, 7 o'clock, here at the church. Also coming up, please make your appointment now. We have the American Red Cross will be here on June 25th to receive your gift of life, the gift of blood. And the sign-up sheet is out in the hallway by the kitchen, or you can sign up online. Next, you see there's an announcement in your bulletin. We've been doing some cleaning out of the art room, and there are some items that we no longer need, but we thought maybe they could be of use to someone else. And so we've pulled those out. They're across the hall in the conference room, room 207, I think it is. Take a look. If there's anything you could use, we just ask for a donation, and they can be yours, and it helps us out in cleaning things out. Also, want to remind you, we still have some officers and support staff of our local police departments that are not being prayed for. The cards are still here. We are asking for people who will be unseen backups. That means that you will take that card and pray for that person on a regular basis. There is a sheet with instructions as well. But we want to make sure that everyone in those three departments are covered. So please consider taking a card and making that a part of your prayer ministry. As you saw when you came in, we are still selling the raffle tickets. We still have a number of tickets for sale. That's for the Nebraska-Wisconsin game. Proceeds from that raffle helps out our South Sudanese. And then also want to just remind you that it's there. Sometimes it kind of disappears on the page, but there is information in your bulletin about our relationship with the Tanzanian congregation and the ministry there. We will be having visitors coming this fall from Tanzania. There are ways that you can be a part of that. And always be open to the Spirit, maybe nudging you towards going to Tanzania. And again, information in your bulletin about the 2018 trip. With that then, Quinn is going to fill you in. While he's coming up, I don't think Donnie was doing it. If you remember with the Walk with Jesus that Donnie oversaw and got started, and some of you participated in, if you recall, there were prizes for the people who did the most following all parts of that. And we had one person who completed everything, that did all of the increases, what are the steps and the vegetables, and what was the other? Water. Thank you. And that was Gigi Tomsu. So she got the first place prize. Second place went to Stephanie Cutler. So those were our prize winners. Stephanie had a little trouble, she said, with the vegetables. And so she didn't quite get that complete. Okay, Quinn.
Hello. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Just here to give you the ministry minute. My name is Quinn Abraham. I'm on the ministry council. Just a couple of things that we talked about at our meeting. Of course, the organ is now fixed. If you didn't know, the electronics were fried on it, so it has been fixed. Insurance is covering most of it, and through your giving, the $1,000 deductible is also covered, so which is great. For Omaha Gives that happened about 2-3 weeks back, we raised $865, which is not quite as much as last year. We had a big donor last year, so but overall we had more donors this year than we did last year. So we'll split that money between property for Messiah and to help out with building the school in Ducati. And also property, the southeast lot where we're going to do some concrete panel replacement back there will be closed probably in the next week or two, so that'll be closed for several weeks while they're repairing and fixing that lot, so just so you're aware of that as well. And lastly, we attended the Synod Assembly, myself, my wife Ani, Pastor Marty Malley, Hope Schreiner, and Shayla Muller. The assembly the business wasn't nothing controversial, so that went pretty quick. The speakers were great, and the bishop for the ELCA, Bishop Eaton, was there as well, so very good conversation and very good insight into a lot of different things. Professor Martise, he was there. He is a professor up in Northfield, Minnesota, who was a professor on Martin Luther. So he spoke twice and had very interesting perspective on Martin Luther and the 500 commemoration of the Reformation. So that was interesting as well. And a couple other things too. There was a prayer tree there, and I know that they're in our prayers now. The American Lutheran Church in Philly, Nebraska, we each took a leaf and to pray for a church. So that's the church that we are praying for. So if you can put them in your prayers, that would be wonderful. And what was the other thing? Lastly, it was really interesting. I was like looking at the reports, and Pastor and I and others were talking about this at our meeting, but our church, out of the 260-odd churches in the Nebraska Synod, we ranked 22nd in attendance, but we ranked 12th in giving to the Synod for all their various outreaches that they do. So, which is great, and we've been consistently a church that has continued to increase their giving through the years. Where you look at some other churches and their giving is up or down, or surprisingly, there's a lot of churches that don't give anything to the Synod for the work that they do. So a big hand to you for the giving that you give to the church, and then that we can pass it along to the Synod. So thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Quinn. By the way, we are praying for American Lutheran Church in Philly. That means we don't know who, but there is a congregation in the Nebraska Synod who is praying for us. So that's part of that. Okay, some prayers. We have some folks to pray for. You will see that Judy Sandberg's brother is listed as someone that we're praying for the family. Her brother passed away. This brother has a twin, and then their father also died, Judy told me yesterday. So two deaths in their family. So pray for them. Also, Joyce Godberdson has asked us to pray for her brother, Kenneth Hall, who has some lung disease and is in pretty serious condition. And we want to pray for Nadine Weberg, member of our congregation. Nadine's going to be having shoulder surgery, and quite extensive surgery, this coming Wednesday. So add Nadine to your prayers. Do we have others to add or updates? If not, well, I have to say, Allison, okay, I heard it first. You know, her jingling as she's coming over here. My first thought was, we got a dog in the sanctuary. I don't know why I went there, but, and then I just saw this black out of the corner of my eye. Then I was glad it was just Boone. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good. Okay, let's stand and greet one another and share the peace of Christ. Peace be with you, Scott. Yeah. I heard that, yeah. Morning, Val. Morning, Adam. Morning, Guy. Peace be with you. Will, peace. Did you see Mrs. Berger?